than what I normally am. So thank you so much for understanding, you guys. In all my best laid plans, I just could not get on at my regular time today. Normally I'm on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tonight, and that's because it has been a day chocked full of action. I just couldn't make it happen today. So, you guys, my name is Brandy. I am the owner and artist behind Brush by Brandy. My husband Sean is here behind the camera. He's going to help us answer any questions. So pop on and say hi, everyone. If you're watching on the replay, let us know, and I will read through those comments from you guys later. The reason we missed our time frame tonight was my son swam in the sections, which is a larger regional competition. Was the section swim championships today for his swim team. And they made it through to the next round. So tomorrow I get to go do it again, and we're going to swim in the swim finals tomorrow with a bunch of really great kids from his high school. I'm super proud of all of them. They have gone through weeks of extra practice to improve their times, and most of our boys made it through today. We're going to paint a mirror, so you guys are getting to see the reflection, which is...
I'm trying.
Which is everything in the background. You get to really see what my workspace looks like, and it's actually clean right now. It's a workspace. Work goes on in here. And then we went to open house night at school, and then we had a band concert. So, there's been no shortage. I literally haven't sat down today at all. But what I wanted to do with you guys tonight is a few weeks ago we started this project. This is actually the mirror for the project. I haven't painted a mirror with you guys in a long time. I did the matching vanity. This was the one we did with the paper from Mint by Michelle. So if you guys hang out at the end, I will pop over and I will show you what this project looked like. I have the vanity complete. I'm waiting for clear coat because I want to get this mirror caught up, and then I will have a vanity with all the pieces done. So I'm going to show you guys what I usually do for when I'm painting a mirror. I just have a base coat on here. So this was a wood mirror, and I used Wise-All primer in light gray on this one to make sure that wood didn't bleed through and discolor my paint over time. I chose light gray because most of my shades of color, I have kind of a mauve gray color over here. I used a little bit of a peach tone, and then the black, it worked with all my colors pretty good. Let me tell you guys what colors I have on here. So this is Mint by Michelle paint, and Mint by Michelle is an Australian brand. I'm going to shake these while I pop the cans open. And the paper that I use is also Mint paint. Her paints are beautiful. A lot of my audience is over in Australia, and obviously we got to visit Australia just recently. So I love when I get the chance to support products that are in all the different regions for everybody that watches, and this is one of them. It's a beautiful paint. It blends really well. One thing I want to tell you guys is this black, her black Time and Space, is probably one of the most saturated, pure tones of black that I've used. It is just, some blacks can lean a little purpley, some can lean a little blue. It is just a very pure and saturated black. So hats off to Michelle, you got your black top notch. So Time and Space is the black that I'm going to be using. That's what you see up here. I forgot to shake this one. I'm going to regret that in a minute. This is Woolen Jumper, which is my creamy ivory color that you see at the bottom. So Woolen Jumper. I used, so that's Woolen Jumper. It's just a creamy ivory color. This one, this I think was my sleeper hit from the whole project. I loved this color with the paper. I think peach is an obvious color that we could pull from the paper that I used, which is called Peach. What was the paper called, guys? Now I can't remember. Peach Blossom. Oh, I can't remember. Guys, I'm tired. I've been in the sun all day and I've had one meal today, so it's a little fuzzy. So this one is Stoneware Clay.
Oh, I'm trying, Beth.
Oh, is Beth on there?
Zooming in.
Beth, this is not my,
Yeah.
Beth was with me at the swim championships today. Beth's son Will also will be back tomorrow. I'm super proud of these
Oh,
guys.
jeez. Really?
But,
Come on. Okay, what's the name? What's the name? She's probably just going to bark orders at me the whole time that we're on now.
So this is stoneware clay, which is sort of a mauve-y beige color. It looks a little more gray depending on what you put it next to, but when I put it next to my next color, it pulls out some pink tones in it. And that's where I get the mauve-y vibe from it. So this one is a brand new color from it by Michelle.
Beth, if you saw the stuff that's on the floor that I got to try to get over with the camera, yeah.
All right, this is the peach tone, but I actually toned this down with a little bit of white because it's very peach, and this one is called Juicy Peach. Okay, but I liked a little bit of the like zest that it added here.
Yes, the paper was peachy petal. Is that what it was? I mean, I have two telling me that that's what it is.
Is that what it is? Okay, let's trust them.
I mean, we're going by numbers.
I was feeling that vibe, but I was going to say it wrong. It does have the word peach in it, and it does. I'll show you guys at the end. We'll go over and look at the vanity, but let's get a coat of paint on my mirror, and then we'll go look at the vanity. And
so weird. It's like there's two of you.
Yeah, I know. You can't get enough, right? All right, I'm going to use my Klingon brushes. For the most part, I'm going to use the S50 brush, which is my favorite brush. I just broke the leather.
What?
I put these on myself so that I can hang them when they dry. The S50 brush has a wooden handle on it, and I drill through the handle because it doesn't have a place to hang it when I'm hanging them to dry. So I hang these from my drying rack with, it's just leather cordage, and I just broke one off.
I can't even look at you right now.
So one of my colors is a little low, and so I am going to pull out one long handle brush, and this is when it's really nice to have long handle brushes, because with my short handles, when my paint gets low, I end up with my hand in the paint can. That's how that goes down. Okay, so here's my secret when I paint mirrors. I paint right onto the mirror. A lot of people will try to tape off a mirror or you can put 3x5 cards in between. Let's see. Let me grab a piece of paper and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. This is just a transfer. So some people will take and put paint.
And on today's live, this is the transfer.
Yeah, well, I'm going to show my transfers. You can take and put paper in between your mirror and your glass or your wood frame. I actually think it takes way longer to prep your mirror like this, and I think I get cleaner edges by just painting onto the mirror. Let me get this coat on, and then I'm going to show you what I do to get the paint back off of it. So I think it's faster, but I think it's personal preference. There really is no right or wrong way to do it.
Oh no, that's wrong.
Except for Sean, who's super opinionated about it. Okay, I'm going to start up here with the time and space, which is this. This rich saturated black, and this is I already have pretty good coverage. I did get kind of two coats already up here onto the black because it was my first color to go on, so it dried first, and I was able to get a second coat on.
Beth, let me know if you want me to zoom in, and then I'll tell you that I can't.
Yeah, but just let him know. Always super helpful. Here for the people.
Big on customer service.
Here for the people, yeah. Okay, so basic coat of my black is going on. I'm going to blend the same colors around the frame of this mirror that I used over on the vanity. We will go see the vanity, but I'm going to make you hold out to the end. I need to give you something worth waiting for in case this live isn't everything you hoped tonight. All right, my next color is going to be the stoneware clay, and that was one of the main body colors on my vanity, so I did a larger portion in the stoneware clay. It goes down a little bit further. You can see right away how much lighter the stoneware clay is going on versus when it dries. So that's my dry side. So it does dry darker than what you see when it's first going on. I don't need a whole lot of paint. This is my second coat. So this is really where I'm just going to clean up some of these color blends and work these colors together a little bit better than what I did on my first coat. My first coat is just kind of a rough draft. Of course, it's hard for me to get over to that side, so we might just paint one side of my mirror tonight.
Yes.
All right, and so I put a little bit of that stoneware clay on. I'm going to come up and refresh some of this Time and Space, which is my black. And I'm gonna overlap them just a little bit. And then I will bring in this big daddy right here. This is my Klingon B12 brush. I have 2 of them out. One of them has the handle on it. The handle's removable. It just screws on and off. So I do like it both ways. I actually sometimes just leave the handle on just so I don't lose it, but I usually hold my brush like this, which I wouldn't need the handle for. Rarely am I holding this brush. I don't know, how would you, it's such a big brush.
What are you doing?
I just was trying to see how I would hold that. I mean, it's a really big handle. I guess like maybe like that. So I usually just hold this brush like this. I'm gonna add a little bit of water. And with my brush, I'm gonna start working these colors together.
I'm gonna attack it.
These brushes are nice and soft. So it's not, if you use too harsh of a brush for this, it will start pulling your paint back.
I really do feel bad that I'm not all up in your business.
Yeah.
But if you could step out of it.
I feel bad that this is painting into a mirror and you guys can literally see everything. Okay, and I'm gonna give this a nice wide overlap. So starting from down about here and going all the way to about up here, my color, the Time and Space and my stoneware clay are starting to overlap. So I get a nice smooth blend.
Okay, where and where?
Maybe. Too many questions, too many questions.
Beth, I know I should leave her alone, but this is the only time I get to pick on her, and then there's video evidence should something go wrong.
Beth is just on for, go get Noah. Beth has some interesting questions for Noah.
This is weird.
Weird probing questions for Noah. My son Noah was going to help me tonight, which he hates doing.
If this is true, I'm going to go get him.
Which he hates doing, and so the sole joy it was going to be to make him really uncomfortable.
Beth, I don't want to let you down. I'll be right back.
The wizard has just disappeared behind the curtain.
Pay no attention to what's behind the curtain.
Okay, and now I'm going to come down here and add my toned down shade of Juicy Peach. And I'm going to work this up into that stoneware clay. Noah is so tired and crabby tonight. We just made him go to a band concert.
All right, the sense of urgency has been planted.
Yeah, I'm sure he feels it. And I'm going to brush, I added a little bit of water to keep my stoneware clay in play. And I'm going to brush this Juicy Peach right into that. I love when the overlap is nice and wide. And that's really where you get that transition.
Yeah, come here,
the
kiddo.
colors that looks the most seamless.
Come here.
Noah, some people have questions about swim sections.
Jesus.
All right. So feel free to fire away.
Yeah.
Any random person.
Anything you want to know about what high school
Feel free.
swim sections look like.
Yep.
For 16-year-olds. So tell us about today. Was it?
Beth says hi.
Oh, great.
he's like, yeah, he just knows now. He's like, oh, I better get out of it. I better get out of this somehow.
How's your day going, kid? Doing okay?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
So what does the uniform look like for swim sections?
Oh, good. Beth, this is really awkward. Do you wear a tech suit?
Oh, no.
Does your mom paint it on? What the heck?
I didn't know what a tech suit was for swim. Some of you guys are swim parents, and nobody has ever told me what a tech suit was until I saw these kids wearing like shorts. And how much is a tech suit?
Couple $100.
Yeah, they're
What?
up to the $400 range.
Hold on. Just go grab a pair of my shorts, my cargo shorts. It's fine.
Swimwear. I was like, what? What? Come again? So, yeah. Okay, and now I'm going to come down here and we're going to go into the white. And I really didn't fade out this pink very well on my base coat. So I'm going to clean this up on this last
You're
coat.
good, kiddo.
We just wanted to mess with you.
Don't mess with the blanket. Not the curtain. Oh my gosh.
Oh, poor baby.
You get that from mom.
Taking all the blankets. We had this conversation the other night.
Horrible.
Well, I just learned recently that it's a thing for couples to have separate bedding on their beds.
Separate homes.
I didn't know. Yeah, that's
It's a
cute.
thing.
All right, this is my woolen jumper.
Uh-huh.
Woolen jumper.
She doesn't know if his texture is a woolen jumper.
It's significantly less.
Gets a little shrinky dinky in the pool.
Significantly less clothing than a woolen jumper is what swim uniforms look like. It took some getting used
So
to.
Sherry, he left, but I'll answer that question for him. Does he ever doggy paddle? Love it.
Oh my gosh.
Like
Yeah.
for sport or for fun?
Yeah, don't lie. You can tell us. Is there one or two strokes like that in the race? They're intense. Here's basically what I've learned about swim. This is our first season of swim, and I've learned that it's like 12 hours of sitting in the sun to see your kid swim for 35 seconds from a distance, like a spot in the pool. That's my beginner's opinion of the swim season. Yeah, is that pretty accurate?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I saw Janet's comment. She couldn't see you paint, so I had to pay attention to you painting.
I'm way down low, and I'm sorry, you guys. I'm struggling because I will have to cross over to the other side, and you'll see. I don't want to cross over to the other side.
Yeah. Go ahead, Carrie Ann, into the light.
I'm getting a nice coat down here of the woolen jumper and my
I kid you not, how much stuff I have in the way to try to get you up
There's a
close and personal.
massive amount of stuff. And I'm way down here on the bottom of this mirror. And I really want that woolen jumper to really fade into this peach, so it's very, very, very muted. Because once we go see the paper, it has very muted shades in it. And I just want a really subtle contrast. So I feel like I like that. Okay, I'll come do this other side with you guys, and it's actually going to require me to sit in front of the mirror.
Oh, now you're going to make me turn the other way.
Is that how it's going to go down?
Yep.
Did you guys see the new release from Redesign with Prima this
Oh.
week?
I'm going to see the back of your noggin.
Yeah, that's the best part of me anyways. That's my good side. Alright, this is the woolen jumper. I'm not using a lot of paint, so you guys might even notice that my brush strokes are a little haphazard. But because I have barely any paint on my brush, I'm able to go a little bit haphazard. Really, I'm just trying to give myself enough paint on the surface that I can work it into the next color.
So when and why do you use the thicker brush?
When I want to work two of the colors together really well. It just is I'll explain the concept kind of behind it. So when I started using that brush, do you guys know who Donna Dewberry is? She's an old school painter who's been around for years, and her entire technique is based on double loading a brush, which means one color is on one side of the brush, another color is on the other side. And so when you paint a brush stroke with it, you get two colors off of the same brush. I'm really using the same concept because I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to keep one end always in the white, one end always in the pink. This is a clean brush. And so when I brush through those, and I'm kind of using a cross-hatching motion, so when I brush through those, it pulls those colors into each other. And I always keep my paint colors lined up. So eventually, after I use it for a while, you start seeing that one end is going to pick up the peach, one end is going to pick up the white. I always keep them like that. And by doing that, I'm able to work those colors into each other. The reason I chose to use two separate brushes is because this one I'm doing up here, the same concept for this color transition between the black and the stoneware clay. And once you get black onto a brush, black will overpower a color really easily, no matter what color you're using. So I couldn't then take this and use the same brush to work the white and the pink together. Peach, sorry. So I actually end up having two brushes for blending, one down here for my lighter colors, one up here for this darker transition. And here, the peach into the stoneware clay, they're actually really similar colors. So that I usually don't even need one. The closer together your colors are, the easier they're going to be to blend into each other. And so when I've got two colors like this that are so very similar, just a shade off of each other, I mean, it makes that transition really easy. So if you're struggling with a blend, your color choices are going to make a huge difference. Sometimes the color choice will do most of the work for you. I'm not even going to try to get around that side. I'll have to do that after I get off camera. I have a brush for each color at this point, so 4 colors, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I've got 2 of my larger brushes out, and they're both double loaded. Let's see, let me find the dark and the light side. From black to the stoneware clay, and from the peach to the white. So it's kind of fun. Those brushes, you guys, I don't know, I love them. I haven't always used a block brush, but I've always liked a large, fluffy brush for blending. And I mean, it doesn't get any larger and fluffier than that. What?
You're killing me.
I don't know what you're doing.
Trying to catch you on camera. There.
I'm a little all over the map today. So now I'm going to pull out my brush again and keeping my colors lined up. It's a very wispy motion if you're a heavy-handed painter. That's the hardest thing I have in person classes, is if you're a heavy-handed painter, it's a very hard technique. Also, too much paint on your brush. That's probably another big one I see. Too much water. You start getting a really big soupy mess. All I'm using is like a fine mist of water. So I would leave this how this is right now. My next step on this mirror, let me cover these paint cans.
Yes, Michelle, it is.
What?
It's like trying to herd cats.
Yeah, that's basically my whole life.
This is why,
Yeah.
Sean doesn't enjoy when she does mirrors.
I don't do mirrors because of how hard they are on camera. So my best tip for painting mirrors is this. It's a razor blade scraper. And I will let all of the paint go onto the mirror. So from my primer to my 2 coats of paint and then my clear coat. So I normally wouldn't do this until after I put the clear coat on, because the thicker your paint is on the mirror, the easier it is to scrape off. It's actually harder to take off these really thin layers. I've got some overspray on here. This will be harder to get off than the really thick parts around the edge. So I try to let it get as thick as possible. And then I can just find a place for my razor blade scraper. And it's oddly therapeutic to just watch it peel like an apple. This is like an
apple?
Broke it. Yeah, you know the old apple
like an apple
peelers?
chip?
Yeah, that used to.
Really? Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute, you would know?
Like an old apple
Come on.
peeler. And it comes off in tails like this. And I'll do this around the whole mirror. Again, I still have to clear coat this one, so I like this to be thicker versus thinner. And then once I've gone around the edge, I will actually come and go towards my frame.
Mary, it's about time. So that prepping it to put tape or paper or whatever it is, it's time.
There is no right or wrong way. If you prefer to tape off a mirror or to put paper around it, there is no right or wrong way. I also think sometimes when you tape a mirror off, you still end up with a little gap right there if you don't get your tape super tight. You can put your paper underneath, but this actually lets a little bit of the paint even get under that wooden edge. And then you don't see the reflection of the wood in the mirror too. Sometimes that happens. So I prefer the results this way, but there is no right or wrong way. I would never say liquid masking, if you like to paint on a liquid masking, you could do it that way. I just think this takes me, at the end I'll come back and do this. It'll take me 10 minutes to do the whole mirror, and I'll have a super clean edge right up to my glass. So I prefer this way. So at first I go, with a scraping like this, get as much as I can, and then going right up to the frame, I'll use a kind of horizontal just to get it as clean as possible. Then I can take just a clean brush and I can dust all that paint away, and I'll get super clean edges. I'm hesitant to go all the way around the mirror because I still need to clear coat this, and it comes off easier. It will peel like this when it's thicker.
I was just thinking when the shipper was here to pick up stuff.
Yeah.
And he saw some of the stuff on there. And nope. I went and grabbed the air nozzle and just went.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can use
just the dust that gets on anything. It's just so much easier with the air nozzle.
The air compressor connected to an air hose. You can blow the air off. I'll just usually dust it off with a clean paintbrush. You guys want to hear a shipping story? You guys want a story time?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
It just clicked in for me too.
Yeah, this one's good.
Oh, I'm actually shocked you're going to share this, but carry on.
Oh, man, it's just been like...
You get the ups and downs. Look, it's been one of those weeks. It's only Thursday, but...
I get a lot of questions about shipping. I'm just going to clean this mirror while I talk to you guys. I get a lot of questions about shipping, and I never, ever, ever want to give anybody the wrong impression that shipping furniture nationwide solves the problem. Like if you're struggling with sales locally, like it answers that problem for you. It might answer that problem, but it's going to give you about 20 other new problems to deal with that you didn't have before too. I have a video about shipping on my YouTube channel, and it's a very real presentation of it. It will take a transaction from a local sale that you would have had that someone purchases and close your transaction, and it will draw your transaction out for another 3 to 4 months.
Nora, yes, we always have a story. Our stories have stories. They're like gremlins.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my shipper came here. So you guys go check out my video on YouTube. That is my very real opinion of shipping. I value my local customers because I would 10 times rather have a local customer than ship a piece of furniture. The amount of things that can go wrong in shipping
right out of the gate.
Will blow your mind.
Like right out of the gate.
Yeah, you have no control.
Or maybe like within the hour.
Yeah. Oh, like within the hour.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's an example. Let's just
let's hypothetically say.
So my shipper came this week to take 3 pieces of furniture. This one's all on me.
I'm gonna back up for this one. This is gonna be a good
This one's all on me. I gotta own this one. My shipper came. Oh, you know what? If you're a picker, this is like a dream. Like if you like to watch those picking videos.
Like a picker, not like a.
No, like
a go picking pieces or whatever.
Like Dr. Pimple Popper and all that stuff. If you like watching that stuff,
good.
You definitely will love cleaning mirrors.
I'm good. So anyway, back to this hypothetical story.
My shipper came to pick up 3 pieces of furniture to ship them to New York. One of them was a vanity, which a vanity has a mirror, the desk portion, and this particular one I had listed without the stool and said, it was just a stool that I had for staging. It wasn't part of the set. So I shipped my vanity, sent the mirror and the desk, and then my shipper left, packaged everything, was here for a few hours. My shipper left, drove away.
Everything was good.
Everything's good, right?
Yep.
I was running back and forth picking up kids at the same time.
No, let's not get into that.
Yeah,
let's not get into that part.
You have to know where my frame of mind was, okay?
No.
So he leaves, I come back in, and I'm thinking, always thinking about something, and I froze and was like, oh my gosh, she wanted the stool for the vanity. So this particular customer saw the stool in my photos. It's just a staging prop, and was like, I love the stool. I'd love to include that with the vanity. So
that's the end of Act 1.
We worked that out.
Beginning of Act 2.
And I look at Sean and I was like, Sean, she wanted the stool. She wanted the stool and I didn't send it. Okay, my shipper's already gone. He's moving on to another state.
If I was to guess, it was probably close to an hour after he left.
So
hypothetically.
First thing I did, Sean's like, what stool is it? What stool? I'm like, no time, can't talk to you. Get on the phone with the shipper, because the first thing I needed to do is like, please stop where you are. Tell me where your next stop is. I've got to come find you. So Sean goes.
Marilyn wants you to stop waving that razor, by the way. Really? Really?
Can I give
no, that's not on camera. That is for a reason not on camera.
So I called the shipper and I was like, please, we've got to come find you. Where are you? And he tells me his next stop is like an hour and a half away. And I was like, oh, my kids have swim. I've got to pick them up from school and practice and all this stuff. So I was like, Sean, you're gonna have to drive to Tahoe. Okay.
But you have to
It's a
put it in
beautiful
perspective
area.
because you could just say, I mean, we could live down the street from Tahoe.
Yeah.
You don't know.
It's a lovely
How
drive.
long is Tahoe
It's a
from our
lovely
house?
drive. It's about an hour from our house.
It's about an
Yeah.
hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he went and got the stool out and we loaded it in the car. And
Look,
he just,
first out of the gate, don't come to Sean and say, maybe, I might.
Yeah.
No. Sean's the guy that when you go shopping and you're like, I really like these 3 shirts, but I don't know which one to get. Get them all.
Get all of them. I don't want to mess around.
I don't want to deal. I
Yeah.
don't meddle in that.
So
Just-
at this point, I was like, well, my other choice is I ship her the stool, like box it up and ship it. You know, it probably cost me, I don't know, $50 or $60 to ship a box that size. So I was like, I can, or just, enjoy your drive.
Yeah.
So my shipper pulled off the side of the road and sat and waited so him and Sean could have a truck stop rendezvous. Yeah?
That just got weird.
Yeah.
I can't argue because that's
Really what happened. That's really what happened. They met on the side of the road and exchanged.
I can't. I get it was a quick journey. No, that doesn't help the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just my first thought was like I knew that it wasn't going to include the stool. It's just a staging prop that I have had for forever. And then I was like, but I forgot. She said, "I want the stool. I love the stool." And I was like, oh man. So it happens sometimes. I had another one, but it wasn't me. It was the shipper forgot to put a piece of glass. Remember, this was forever ago in a hutch. He forgot a piece of glass, and he ended up having to have a piece cut and take it to the customer.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, the list of stuff that can go wrong when you are shipping. This one was all on me, but there are plenty of times where you have no control over the stuff that can go wrong. He had forgotten to leave a piece of glass, and so he ended up having to have a piece of glass cut. I don't know. Just I could tell you stories that.
But you usually don't reflect on it until it's about an hour-ish away, and then it's drop everything.
Yeah,
Beth,
and then it's
killing me.
Sheer panic, like, oh my gosh, I need him to stop wherever he is and please take the stool.
Thanks, Beth.
Yeah.
She had to make the comment. Truck stop rendezvous. Yeah. Hashtag truck stop rendezvous.
What's that? What's the movie?
No.
Yes.
It was a Ben Stiller.
5 Minute Abs.
5 Minute Abs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What movie is that?
But give me a minute. It's an older movie.
Yeah. That has a whole section about truck stop rendezvous.
Yeah, different because they were all in the field.
Oh my gosh, this is so inappropriate.
What was that movie?
I have an idea. 5 minute abs.
Yeah. You heard of
You've
6
heard
minute
of
abs?
6
It takes
minute
too
abs?
long.
I have an idea.
5 minute abs.
All right, do you guys want to see some of the new release from Redesign with Prima? And I'll show you guys my projects with them too. So we had a new release from Redesign this week.
Is it something about Molly?
Was it that
Was
one?
it? Is it that one? I think that's the one. Not Molly. Something about Mary.
I don't know. Was it?
I think it's that one because it was Ben Stiller.
I can't remember. Is that what they're saying?
No, nobody said it.
Oh. They have no idea what
Because
we're talking
I'm the
about.
only one that watches these random comedies.
So you guys, I got to show you the new release from Redesign with Prima this week, the Pastel Artistry Collection, and I did a separate live on their page, but I'm going to show you guys what these designs look like because they're so pretty. And then I did a couple projects, so I have a couple projects coming up with these too. So this is the Maxi Transfer. It's 2 sheets, 2 12 by 12 sheets, but it's got, the colors in this are just very soft watercolor print.
I'm not the only one that watches it.
What?
Beth, Franks and Beans.
Yes!
Yes, there we go. All right, I don't feel so bad. You guys are all filthy. Jeez, I can't even.
No, I haven't watched that in so long.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
We're gonna have to go.
that's.
watch that
Wasn't it
one.
the Farley brothers or yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Anyway.
the classics.
Yes.
So that was the maxi transfer. This is the full-size decor transfer for this collection. They're just really pretty. So I don't have a project for this one yet, but this is 2 sheets. I've seen some really pretty projects in this one.
I feel like I'm on with my people now.
Yeah.
I feel Sherry is like, come on.
Sherry does it too. Yeah, that's why Sherry's my people. All right. Do you guys want to go see some projects?
Wait, what?
Yeah, you want to go mobile?
Oh, because my camera footage was so good, it was stellar already on this mirror.
You guys are gonna miss the mirror. I'm hesitant to clean all the way around it because it's gonna make my life harder.
Yeah, because you're not done.
To do anyways.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works out.
I'll find the harder way.
And
to
that's
do
what
things, no
creates
matter
story
what.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I have planned for this is I'll finish it up with the clear coat, and then I'm going to add some white gold decor wax, also from Redesign. So I'll put some over here, kind of where I've got some dried paint. And I plan to use just this white gold because it's a very subtle contrast.
Oh, Janet, no. She says, does a shipper put your furniture in separate boxes, or do they just bubble wrap around each item?
There's all different kinds of shippers. I highly recommend watching my shipping video on YouTube. But basically, if you have a shipper that tells you that they want your furniture palletized, run like the wind.
Yeah.
Run like the wind. Because they're telling you they want it palletized, so they have zero responsibility for what's inside there. If it gets dropped off the back of the
triple
truck,
stack it.
yeah, and then they run a forklift through it. I mean, they're gonna say, "Well, your packaging didn't hold up to it. It's on you because they didn't package it." So I never will palletize my furniture. I had one person come and they said a customer arranged their own shipping one time. Just applying this using my fingertip. And said, we can't take this package because we can tell what's inside of it. And I was like, oh, red flag. They didn't want to know what was even inside of it because if they knew, then they were responsible for it. Like, okay, you're not taking this. So, no, I only use white glove shipping, and that's because they inspect it. They inspect it for damage. If it's damaged before they take it, that's on me. If it gets damaged after they take it, that's on them. And the guys that I use, it's more expensive, obviously, but there's no other way. Nobody wants to get their shipment of furniture.
It's not dropping it off curbside.
And damaged.
Yeah.
These things are too hard to touch up, and a lot of them are one of a kind. I'm going to apply this up here against the black.
Really?
With a brush.
Thought we were moving on. Now you want to go into
I
this.
told you we were going mobile, but I lied about that.
Oh my gosh, I can't zoom into that. It gets too pixelated.
All right, okay. And I'm going to use this white gold on my hardware too. So let's go see my projects, you guys. They're so cute. You guys are going to get some sneak peeks of stuff that's coming up. I don't have them ready yet, and the reason is I don't have the editing done for the tutorial.
When you get moving, you're grabbing a camera. Just so you know.
All right. Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Ready?
I think I can.
Okay, let's go see these projects, and I'll
Are
show
we
you.
ready?
Yeah. I'll show you the desk that goes with my mirror first.
Oh, nice.
So this is the desk that we worked on and put this paper from it by Michelle. It's so beautiful. Same exact colors that are on my mirror, only I reversed the order. I did that on purpose. So my black is at the bottom, the time and space, the stoneware clay, the peach, and the woolen jumper. And that way when I've got my mirror up on the top, they will kind of bookend, and I'll have the black at the bottom and the black at the top of the mirror. I thought it would look really pretty. So this paper is gorgeous. All my color inspiration that I'm using on this project came from the paper itself. We did the video 2 weeks ago now where we put the paper on. I made it through those drawers, and I have more sections that will be on the YouTube video. If you want to see more of the process, it's not edited yet though. And obviously I don't have photos because the mirror is not done. So that's where I am on that. But this paper is gorgeous, and I'm so impressed with how it's stretched around this project. So that's one project that's coming up.
You don't have to push it. Or am I okay to catch what's behind you?
Yeah. And then this was the project that we worked on for the new release from Redesign with Prima. And this one's not done either because I just picked up these knobs. Look how cute these are.
You're a knob.
You guys see those? Aren't those perfect for my Western theme? So I just picked up my knobs. So now I can clear coat this and put my Western knobs on here. And I've got a barnwood look. I've got the cowhide print, my Western knobs, and then on the side, I don't know if I can put this on or not.
Here, hold on. Hold, please.
I'm gonna run into this one. And on the side, we did this new transfer from Redesign here.
You know, when you move that, I feel like the next story time is coming up.
Yeah.
You're creating
That
it
time
live.
when-
Yeah.
That time when a small table fell on my head.
And that was finished? Yeah. Uh-huh.
So we did this steer head on the side with sort of an aged look around the edges. So I'm excited. This one's just, it was a fun project for me to work on because it's very themed. And this cowhide paper from Redesign is part of their new release, and it's adorable. It's so cute. So these are all projects that I have coming up. These, of course, will all be on my YouTube channel in dear time as soon as I get them edited and photographed and all the good things. So, all right, you guys. So
And all the things.
All the things. All right, you guys. So check out the new release from Redesign with Prima. Those are available now at your local retailers. Mint by Michelle at mintbymichelle.com. You can find retailers that carry the mint paint and the papers. The papers are pretty available in the States. The paint can be a little harder to find, but she does ship from Australia if you love it. It's beautiful paint, but time and space is probably like left the biggest impression on me. So check out Mint by Michelle at mintbymichelle.com and Redesign with Prima.
Totally random, but because Sherry said go eat. What are we eating?
Dinner. Yeah, that's my favorite. When I'm at swim and water polo all day and we get home and the kids are like, what's for dinner? And I'm like, I don't know if you knew this, but I was with you all day.
If
like,
you sit back and put it on a spoon and just flick it at them, that's...
I drove you to where you were. And so then sometimes you think in advance and put a crock pot meal in. And then they come home and they're like, oh, I hate crock pot meals. It's so mushy. And I was like, well, that's why you don't have dinner tonight, because you complain about crock pot meals.
Yeah. Go to bed starving.
Yeah, so I have very hungry kids. I am also hungry and probably going to pass out. Tomorrow we are going to swim finals. You guys wish our whole team good luck. Super proud of these boys no matter what happens. We have a few of our high school seniors who will probably move on to the state championships. There are probably a few in there that will make it to that level too. But just to compete in this level is just, I mean, these boys have worked so hard.
How many first years are in there? That's crazy to me.
This is Noah's first year of doing swim,
Yeah.
and to make it to section finals was like, it was a goal, and he made his goal. That was his goal. Let's see. The freshmen and sophomores, we have a handful of them, but it's a lot of them are juniors and seniors, and these are guys we play water polo with a lot too. So wish them luck, you guys. I'm excited for tomorrow. Check out my YouTube channel at Brush by Brandy on YouTube. I will have a new tutorial coming out. It won't be one of these just yet, but I have some other stuff that I'll have coming up on YouTube.
Brandy loves swim team.
I do. I can't get enough of it, really. What I want to do is I want to sit in the sun for the maximum amount of time possible and see my kid as little as possible. That would be great. Just sounds like heaven. Give me water polo any day of the week. I'll be a water polo parent.
Good way to talk it up. Yeah.
All right, you guys. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out on this Thursday night, and I will catch you guys next week. Blah.